Within the crunchy ARPG genre, Diablo has long been a household staple, if not the most prominent series, holding a very strong influence on the overall direction of the space. As an enjoyer of the titles, typically playing through the campaign and often exploring endgame, I was pumped to have Blizzard reach out and sponsor today's video to play Diablo Immortal. Having never checked it out before, this was an opportunity to experience it completely fresh after it's received a few years worth of consistent updates. If you'd like to try it out, you can follow the link in the description to download it for free today. So what's Diablo Immortal like now as a new player? I've put in about 30 hours so far, allowing me to form a pretty solid overview of what's on offer. Let's not waste any time and dive right in so that you can make an informed decision on how to best maximize your Immortal OP-ness. The game picks up with the destruction of the Worldstone, its corrupted fragments scattered across Sanctuary, with humanity desperately needing protection more than ever. Ancient evils have returned in pursuit of these powerful fragments that hold the key to resurrecting their Dark Lord Diablo. Our mission, as ever, is to prevent Sanctuary's demise by seeking out the last of the Horadrim and finding the fragments of the Worldstone, facing off against all manner of demonic entities birthed from the depths of the burning hells. I'm playing on the PC client, which has full cross-progression across mobile if you ever want to switch between the two, and the game is free to play if you didn't already know. You might be asking why now? Well, Diablo Immortal launched a huge free update, The First and Last King. It features the epic finale of the Worldstone saga, introducing new zones, bosses, and cinematic story moments. There's also a WoW crossover celebration, bringing with it the return of the Morn Skull legendary gem, plus premium Lich King and Sylvanas-inspired Phantom Market cosmetics starting from December 24th, as well as a dedicated PvP mode amongst a bunch of other things too. Pretty cool. Upon character creation, you're presented with a choice of 9 powerful demon-slaying classes, all equipped with their own unique abilities and playstyles, freely available to everyone. The initial offering was 6 core classes that have since been expanded upon with new updates, and depending on when you're watching this, there may even have been more new classes added since. Barbarians are savage wanderers, survivors of the disaster that struck Mount Ariet. They use brutal melee attacks to crush any opposition. Monks are masters of martial arts. Lightning-fast strikes that pummel enemies with a dizzying array of blows and mobility are their speciality. Crusaders are wrathful zealots. Armed with well-crafted steel and faith magic, they vanquish evil wherever they go, dominating the battlefield through sheer purpose. Demon hunters are vengeful stalkers, relentless vigilantes that assault from afar. They strike undeterred until their prey is at their mercy. Necromancers are manipulators of life and death. They use their powers over the undead to preserve balance in Sanctuary. Wizards are living conduits of arcane power. They manipulate arcane forces to strike from a distance, disintegrating their enemies to oblivion. Blood Knights are monstrous protectors. Cursed vampiric powers flow through them as they devour the lifeblood of their foes and keep them at bay with knightly polearms. Tempests are masters of wind and wave. They channel the rage of the storm from their twin blades and carve through foes with the speed of a hurricane. And lastly, the newest addition, Druids are the guardians of nature's fury. They transform into primal beasts and summon powerful forest creatures, facing evil with the chaos of nature's ferocity. I went with a Tempest because it looked super badass, but everything seemed like a great option. You've got 5 character slots to play multiple classes with, so there aren't really any bad choices. Once you've picked a class, you're thrusted right into the campaign. I'm playing with a controller because it's always my most comfortable setup, despite being very familiar with keyboard and mouse controls, which is of course also an option on the PC client. The game world functions the same way you've come to expect from other Diablo titles, with the overworld being a shared play space similar to that of MMOs, seamlessly integrating solo/party instances for story events and encounters. The story arcs are well constructed, albeit quite typical of the franchise, with rich, fully voiced dialogue throughout, which you've got the option to skip through at any time if you just want to get into the action. I flip between the two myself. When I know I've got a little more time, I'll indulge in the story some more, but when I'm only dipping in for a quick sesh, I'll be a filthy skipper like the majority of you heathens. The campaign is core to your overall progression as you would expect, tying other gameplay features to specific checkpoints of the story. If you have campaign to progress, it's never a bad option plowing through it. In addition to unlocking more of the game, you'll be rewarded with tons of experience and currencies. As you play the game, whether that's the campaign or any of the other game modes available, you will gain experience to level up your character. Each of these comes with stat increases as well as automatically unlocking and ranking up your skills. Once you reach level 60, you are at max standard level, with all of your skills unlocked and at full rank, opening things up further for you. You can select one primary attack, which also couples together with your ultimate, and 4 skills of your choosing to play your build as you see fit. Legendary primary gear displayed on the right hand side of your loadout page all come with skill modifiers that can fundamentally transform them, allowing for huge build diversity and massively expanding upon the skill library from what it may appear at first glance. These can stack together and provide powerful combinations with great synergy. If build making isn't your thing, by clicking the icon in your inventory at the bottom, you'll be presented with a variety of recommended builds, showcasing them and listing all of the skills and gear required to put it together. After reaching level 60, that truly is the only beginning, as you now enter Paragon levels. Gear continues to vastly improve in stats according to the Paragon level requirements, and you'll also have access to Paragon skills. These are extra passive abilities and stat bonuses attached to a specialization, one of which can be active at a time. Put simply, with the Paragon points earned from raising your Paragon level, you can unlock these skills within a specialization, allowing the passive for use out of a total of 5 equipped, but also providing attribute bonuses regardless of being slotted in, essentially meaning that you want to unlock all of the Paragon skills within a given active specialization. Tons of flexibility here once more, allowing for unique and diverse characters, especially when coupled with the core skills component of the build. Much of your power also comes from your socketables, which are gems, legendary gems, and runes. These provide large increases to your attributes as well as very powerful passive abilities. Take this Lightning Core legendary gem for example. My primary attacks and movement slowly charge my character up with electricity, which once fully charged will release chain lightning for a burst of damage to nearby enemies, occurring no more than once every 20 seconds. That's one of them, and you can have up to 6 equipped. Acquiring and upgrading these socketables are tied to the various other game modes and events you can do alongside the campaign, of which there are many, so let's touch on them. There really is a lot of stuff to do at any given time, overwhelmingly so even, and they tend to have a specific purpose and material or upgrade tied to them. As you're questing through the campaign maps, you'll frequently see a notification for a hidden layer having popped up. These are quick mini dungeons you can run in order to get various socketable gems for your gear, a great way to inject some power into your character. Not dissimilar to them, we also have the Elder Rifts, a quick DPS blitz through a mini dungeon or a layer if you will to defeat a boss at the end, bagging you the means to craft and upgrade legendary gems if not directly dropped. The Challenge Rift is another short layer of incremental increases in difficulty, with set difficulty and combat rating recommendations per level steadily getting more challenging as you climb them, rewarding you with secondary gear upgrade components. Survivor's Bane is a fun minigame that transforms Diablo Immortal into a Survivor-style roguelike, one of my favourite types of games, granting you various rewards for completing a stage and breaking up the usual gameplay with something different. We've of course got our dungeons too, designed to last a little longer than the faster rifts, navigating through various mini-bosses and one final end of dungeon big boss. You'll be running these to farm for set secondary gear, the green tiered good stuff with powerful passive abilities and bonuses. Then there's the Heliquary, an 8-person raid up against a big demonic meanie of your choosing, increasing in difficulty, combat rating, and rewards as you progress. This can get pretty epic and is probably the grandest game type in terms of boss that I've done in my time with the game so far. And there's more on top of that too, with new events popping up and other game modes I've not yet fully explored, such as Vanguard or your daily bounty side quests for extra loot and rewards. There is plenty to keep even the most keen no-lifer busy. As with all free-to-play games, you can expect microtransactions to be present in the game. There's a battle pass, cosmetics, bundles, and much more too. So far, I've not experienced any need to utilize the store while simply playing through and enjoying the game and all of its events offerings. I can't say if this is still the case in endgame or for those wanting to push leaderboards, but I can imagine it certainly helps. It's a thriving world with plenty of players popping up at various stages of the game, even the early campaign, which is always a welcome experience with online games. They're at their best when they're bustling with life and activity. Nobody wants to feel like they're playing alone in them, even if you're mostly running solo like I've been. Speaking of, for solo players, many of the game's multiplayer events allow you to summon in spectral allies who are bot characters that can fill up a party and let you run dungeons and what have you in a group. This is a great option for when matchmaking isn't quite filling up at any given moment, or you just want to quickly run something and NPCs are more than enough to do the trick. All in all, I've had a really enjoyable time with Diablo Immortal, and I can honestly say it's a great ARPG offering, especially given it's free to play and very accessible to play on PC or mobile. It's a great time solo, but I would say it would also be super fun to hop on with a group of friends all progressing together, if that is an option for you. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to download it free today. Don't forget you've got the brand new huge free update, The First and Last King, to go and explore. If you enjoyed this, you can subscribe for more guides and overviews, but either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Sanctuary.